Hi everyone, welcome back to the Yapping Artist Podcast episode 3. And yeah, I can't believe that we're actually 3 episodes in. I've been doing this apparently for 3 weeks. That actually shows how fast time flies sometimes, even though if you don't notice it, kind of funny. But yeah, let's jump into it. Today we're gonna talk again about the good, the bad, and the artsy, exactly. And let's just start, I guess. So the good of this week was that we did a really thorough apartment cleanup, and the apartment is now looking so nice and clean. I'm really happy about it. I don't know, I feel like, of course, if it's a little bit untidy and stuff like that, it's totally normal. It happens to me all the time. I'm a person that procrastinates a lot of stuff, and I also procrastinate tidying up. So I totally get it, but I feel like that I definitely feel a lot better when it's clean and tidy and when not a lot of stuff is laying around and stuff like that. To be honest, here with my desk area, I still have to go over it again because I have so much stuff here in my desk area because I have a lot of art supplies and they're all over. I mean, they have their place and they're all in place, but it's still a little bit, it looks messy, even though it's not, like everything is on its place, but because there's so much stuff, it has like this noisy vibe to it. And yeah, that is still something that I think I gotta work on. As you can see here, this fabric here also hides lots of stuff. I have a few boxes here with art supplies and not only art stuff, but also like sewing supplies and miscellaneous stuff. Some of those things in here are also electric stuff, like different cables and stuff like that you don't need every day, but you still need sometimes from time to time. And yeah, there's still a lot of stuff that needs a good place. And for now, I've put in like the fabric above it. But I was also thinking about maybe adding a very small, not small, a very a skinny desk, if you can say that, like that it's that the desk size, that it's only this width, that the width of it is only like this kind of. I think that would fit in here, because you still have to have enough space that you can open the door, obviously, but I think it would be nice to have like a little desk here where I could also like put stuff that is on this desk on the other desk over here without it being all over the place and without it being messy. But other than that, yeah, the rest of the apartment looks nice. And as you can see here down behind me, my printer area is also still a little bit all over the place. I don't know why, but yeah, there's a few things like empty ink cartridges, and I feel like with ink cartridges, I have a little bit of a difficulty to recycle them properly. I mean, that's okay, let me say it like that. I have a full drawer of empty ink cartridges because I haven't gone because I wasn't able to recycle them properly yet. So yeah, I feel like sometimes I wish I had these eco tanks where you can refill your ink cartridges. That would be fun and nice to have, but I'm also not gonna buy another printer at the moment. I'm not gonna buy another printer. I'm not in the market of another printer, okay? So yeah, that's stuff I gotta live with. Let's move over to the bad-ish. The thing is, I am rethinking this podcast format. I know we are in a third episode, and that's not been a lot, but I learned that I like to yap a lot, but also I have lots of other content, but I'm not gonna be able to do more than 2 videos in a week. And I was thinking that maybe the other art content needs to be is kind of more important, because here I'm just yapping and stuff, but I feel like whenever I have content that also shows my art, I think that it's more complex and more, I don't know, engaging, more fun. And so I was thinking of maybe adapting this kind of yap session a little bit into making a process video of my art and also yapping over it in the end. I mean, that's what I usually do when I show process videos, because when I don't talk during making, when I don't talk while I'm filming, I have to voice over anyways. So I thought maybe my new upload schedule could be that one video is an art process video and the other video is like a vlog kind of style that you saw last Sunday/Monday. I think I uploaded it on Monday. So yeah, I do enjoy making the vlog content, and also I do like having art process stuff in the vlog content, but sometimes I cannot do a vlog and I just do art process only. And I think that could mean that there's 2 different videos each week, but this purely only podcasty video might not be something that I'm gonna move forward with. I mean, to be honest, this was all an experiment, and I think that's part of the experiment. You see what kind of works and what doesn't work. And I feel like I'm at this point where I actually do like the yapping a lot, but I feel like it will become too much. I hope, or at least that's what I want, to be at a place where I actually do an artwork every week. And if I have to think, oh, I have to film the artwork every week, and then I also have to film like a yapping podcast, I feel like that would be too much stuff for me to film and edit and upload. And so, and if I have to choose, and if I choose between yapping and art process video, I think I would always choose the art process video, because it shows my art, and that's part of the reason we're here. But maybe I could make a little bit of a merger with everything. I don't know, we will see that. And also I think there's just sometimes week where I don't have to talk, where I don't have that much material to talk about. I mean, I don't think I have the most exciting. I mean, I do have a fun life, not saying that it's not interesting, but sometimes a week just goes by and nothing exciting happens. I don't know. I feel like sometimes when I think about my week, I'm like, oh, what can I even talk about? And then maybe that's also a sign for me to completely, like, to just think about the concept again, and maybe think about how you could do that differently. I feel like I really wanted to try out a podcast because, as I said in the first episode, it's like I tend to have a lot to say about art, or think a lot about the stuff, but then in the end I don't actually get to speak about everything in my video, and that's why I kind of wanted to have like a podcast session where I only yap. Here we are. And yeah, that's that's how I feel. But now I'm like, okay, maybe I just have to try a little bit harder to put everything I want to say into the process video. I don't know. We will figure it out. I promise me and myself to figure it out, and we will see if there's gonna be a yapping session next week or not. The thing is, next week I that's gonna be a bit difficult next week. I'm not home most of the week, so I don't even know when or if I can film anything. I will try the next 2 days to actually film a little bit more content and prepare content. But yeah, it's gonna be a little bit difficult, not gonna lie. Another thing that didn't work out perfectly this week is I tried to do a whatnot stream. Funnily enough, a little backstory. So I was like thinking about like I was getting whatnot ads so much. I was like, what even is that? What is the site? And then I learned that you can sell stuff on whatnot. It's in an auction format. And I was like, oh my God, that sounds kind of like the ACO cards that you also sell in an auction format just on eBay. And I was like, okay, actually it would be kind of fun to try doing that on Whatnot. And then I downloaded the app and I also watched a few artists who actually do that. Few artists I've seen, they they draw on ACO cards. They draw ACO cards. They put up the ACO cards. People auction on the empty card, and the person who wins tells them, "Oh, could you please draw whatever?" And the artist I watched was more of a comic-y. Was more of a comic artist. They were like, "Ah, can you draw Goofy and stuff like that?" So he was like drawing comic characters. And I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. That's kind of fun. And I was like, maybe I could try that. But I feel like, and I tried it, but the very first live stream I was total chaos. I didn't understand the app really. My phone, it slowly starts showing its age. My phone, he like got so hot, so slow with everything too. It was a lot on my phone. That's honestly also a thing that kind of scares me at the moment, that I feel like my phone is getting a little bit old, and I think it kind of would be time to get a new one, but I really, really cannot buy a new one at the moment. So I'm like, please phone, please stay alive. So I did the stream. It kind of got stuck, I think, for a moment. I had to restart it, and there was no one in my stream. I think at the first time I did it, I think 5 people maybe looked into it, but they didn't really. I think this art concept with like you offer a commission and people auction the commission is a bit of a difficult one to explain if you are in a live stream format where people just jump in for a few seconds and then leave again. So I feel like the audience that was coming in didn't see any purpose in my live stream and also left immediately again. Then I was like, okay, maybe it's because I'm just having the card here lying in front of them and they don't really know what to do with it. I mean, I showed off some examples, what it could look like, but also I feel like it was difficult. And then I was like, okay, let's work on one on stream. I did that. There was not one person coming into the stream. And then I feel like Whatnot is also like a platform that you also have to grow on, that you also have to get a community on, that you also have to get a following on. And I'm like I'm not sure if that is something that I could do right now. I'm not sure if that is something I can put my energy into right now to grow on another platform where I'm actually also actively trying to grow on multiple other platforms already. And I don't know if I should put that much energy into that. Yeah, it was definitely an interesting situation. After that didn't work out well, I was like, okay, I need a success story. I went to TikTok. I went to TikTok and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a few more ACOs while I'm TikTok live. And that was actually such a nice time. I actually had a few people come in. I actually had like 2 people talk in the stream, and that was really fun. And funny enough, they were from my mother country, and we started speaking my mother language. And I did a little a weird mixture of English and, German. It was very silly. Because I feel like, TikTok is very regional often. And I do most of my content in English because that's what I started with. And also that's how it just kind of evolved into being. But sometimes, interestingly enough, I feel like there is enough of a German speaking audience that you actually also could do content in Germany and still, find some kind of success in that area. But I feel like I will keep my content in English just because that's what I started with. And that's where lots of my online friends don't understand German. So I kind of would be sad to, not keep up that connection. But the TikTok stream, let's get back to the point. The TikTok stream was actually kind of fun. So I was like, I kind of want to do that again. It's been a while since I did actually stream. I mean, I think 2 months ago or last month, not 2 months ago, I think I streamed on Twitch for a bit, for a whole week, because the game Loftia was having its beta test, was having its beta test, and that was so much fun to stream again and also play games. But I feel like setting up a stream for art is definitely different than setting up a stream for gaming. So I feel like it's a little bit more difficult for me to stream art on a platform like Twitch or YouTube. Especially, I feel like, I don't know, with with TikTok streams, I just put up my phone and start to stream, If I want to stream traditional art on Twitch or on YouTube, I would have to kind of figure out a system where I get nice film material, like nice film of my art onto the PC, and I don't know, make it all work. I don't know. I don't know why it sounds so complicated to me. Lots of people do it, but for me, it seems kind of complicated. And that's what it is, I guess. Funnily enough, whenever I record this yapping session, whenever I record the podcast, I record it on my PC with the OBS streaming program. And for those who don't know what OBS is, it's like this kind of program where you put everything into the program that you want to have on your stream, and it makes it happen that you can stream on the platform you want to stream on. So whenever I film this video, whenever I film the podcast, it kind of triggers me because I'm like, oh, this is my streaming setup. Yeah, I don't know. I do like the live interaction and stuff like that. It is fun, but also it can be complicated to figure out like a nice way to do it in a way that works for me, that is not too complicated. Then I can just like press a button and everything works. And I feel like with streaming that never happens. I feel like whenever I stream, there's so much stuff that I have to think about and to control and see if it works and stuff. Even recording this is difficult sometimes, or like just recording normally where the audio doesn't work or the camera is set up weird and stuff like that. And so I do like the TikTok streams because they're you just need your phone and it's there. But yeah, we will see what happens. Yeah, but yeah, that's just how it is, I guess. Okay, now let's move over to the artsy. And I did do, funny enough, yesterday do a lot of art because I did a lot of ACEOs. And because I wanted to do the Whatnot stream, right? I've been thinking in going into pet portraits because when I had my exhibitions, a lot of people wanted to buy the painting of my cat that I did because a lot of people were like, oh my God, that reminds me so much of my cat. I want it. And I was like, okay, pet portrait might be the way to go. So I decided to do a few pet portraits as an SEO card. And I started with this one. I just went to Pinterest and, put in pets. And I was like, okay, show me pets. I first did this one. I absolutely adore this one. I made this with the oil pastels. Can you see that? I don't know. Yeah, I made this with the oil pastels and I absolutely love this one. It was actually so much fun to do. And I feel like cats are kind of my strong suit when it comes to animals, because I was like, okay, pets is not only cats. And then I was like, okay, maybe I should do some dogs. I also went to Pinterest and put in dogs into Pinterest. Yeah, this is this is what came out of it. I don't know. It's really funny. I feel like people would actually like it because it's so silly, but that was not what I was going for, okay? Okay, I give you a second to guess what kind of dog breed this was supposed to be. Please guess. Leave your guesses in the comments. This was supposed to be an Australian Shepherd. It was like this brownish, with a brownish color, I think. Yeah, but it doesn't look like a Australian Shepherd at all. It doesn't look like the reference picture at all. And it looks very silly. I mean, I kind of like it, but it's also not... I like it because it's so silly, but not because I'm happy with the art I made. I don't know if that makes sense. And this is also made with the oil pastels. Then I made this one. This is not as silly, but still a little bit silly. Wait, it's so light, you cannot really see it. Yeah, but definitely it's cute, but it's not... If you compare these two, I feel like this is so much distinctly more my art style than this. And yeah, I don't know, I didn't like this. So I was like, okay, maybe it's the oil pastels that mess me up a little bit, that they are too messy in this tiny format. I mean, I had a similar problem when I made the roses and the rose girly. Interesting enough, I mean, the roses I feel like turned out well. Here, I'm not sure if I showed you those. The roses I really like. The rose girly, on the other hand, I don't necessarily love. I think, yeah. So, interestingly enough, that's what it is. So I went and did a medium switch and switched to wax pastels, because they allow you to do a little bit more of a detailed work. Not very detailed, okay? It's still not like I think if I would do it with colored pencil, then maybe I would have a little bit more of a detailed work. But I started with I'm not sure which one I started with. Oh, I think I started with this one. This dog, this actually it's actually my cousin's dog. I stalked the family group chat and I was like, show me your dogs, because they do have my cousin has like dogs, and it doesn't look... It looks like her dog in the sense that it has the same fur color, but other than that, it doesn't really look like her dog. But it was a little bit... Yeah. Then I finally made a good cardigan, and that was this cat. I do really enjoy this cat a lot. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm just destined to draw only cats and not dogs. Maybe I just give up and I should only be drawing dead cats. But thankfully enough, I actually did another one. I did this. The next one was this one, this dog. And here I definitely like the background color, the colors a lot. And the dog has like a cute form. I do really like this card a lot. And then I was like, okay, I need another dog. I need to practice that. See? And then we did this little corgi. I'm actually really happy how this corgi turned out. I'm actually really happy about that one. And then I did the live stream on TikTok. And I was like, okay, maybe we should move on from pets and do a dragon because, okay, for some reason I'm really obsessed with dragons. I've always been obsessed with dragons, but there's a convention coming up where I kind of want to offer more dragon themed art. And so I was like, okay, let me make a dragon happen. It was an absolute disaster. I don't know. I mean, I can show you, but what the fuck is that? I don't know. I absolutely don't like it. It's so, I wanted to make like a earthy dragon, not a earthy, but a foresty dragon. Sorry, it's so bright. Yeah, you cannot see. So, I don't know. I don't know why I'm struggling so much to draw dragons in these like on these tiny cards. For some reason, it's very difficult. I've been trying a lot to do that, but didn't really work out. And then while I was on stream, I was asking for recommendations on what to draw. And then there was this one person who said like a velociraptor. And that's what I did. I actually really like this one. I'm not really the biggest on dino art. I cannot really draw dinos that well, but I have seen a few very interesting videos about dinosaurs again. So I was like, yeah, that actually fits very well into me being interested in dinos. And that was difficult though to draw a velociraptors because, they are not 100% sure how he looked. I mean, science now says he has feathers, but before that they didn't think that he had feathers. So the way he was depicted earlier was without feathers and stuff like that. So now I wasn't sure how to depict him properly and truthfully. I think I did well. I think it's not 100% accurate, of course. I mean, can we ever be 100% accurate depicting these dinosaurs? I don't think so. But yeah, I feel like I feel like I did actually a lot of art and I'm actually not mad about that. I'm very happy that I made so much stuff. Definitely I could do some other stuff that I should be doing. Maybe I should have worked on my website yesterday. I didn't do that at all. Maybe I should have worked on my mail club yesterday, which I didn't do anyway either. But other than all the things I should have done, I did some fun stuff too, and I'm happy that I did so much art. And it's inspired me a lot to do more art. Let's go. Okay, yeah, that was it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I really don't know what I will be going forward with this format. It might be the last episode of this format. If it is, thank you so much for watching all of those episodes. If it isn't, we will see each other in next week's episode. I will keep you updated. You will see. And thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Tell me what you think. Also watch my last video where I had a little studio vlog. I think it was kind of funny. I kind of want to make a compilation with a failed compilation of myself because there was a really funny part of that video. You gotta watch it. Where it's very silly. And I kind of thought maybe if I compile moments like that, I could make a failed compilation. But I don't even know if I have so many silly moments. We will see. Okay. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you soon. And so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything. Bye bye.